Have you ever heard of a punishment so cruel that it didn't just wound the flesh, but forever destroyed the honor of the one who received it? In ancient Rome, there was a dreaded practice that turned men, slaves, and even soldiers into outcasts of society: stigmatization, the branding with a hot iron. In this video, you'll discover how a simple mark could change an entire life, erasing dignity and transforming a person into a living symbol of shame and dishonor. In ancient Rome, slavery was the foundation of both the economy and social life. Slaves were everywhere, in the fields, in the mines, in households, and even in the army. But there was one crime considered almost unforgivable: escape. For Rome, when a slave tried to run away, it wasn't just a quest for freedom, it was a direct attack on the master's property, and the punishment was brutal. When recaptured, the slave was branded with a hot iron, often receiving the letter F for fugitivus burned onto the forehead or another visible part of the body, so everyone could recognize their condition. This mark was not just a painful reminder. For the slave, it was also a social sentence, lowering their value, pushing away potential buyers, and condemning them to live under constant suspicion. But don't think this cruelty was reserved only for slaves. Stigmatization also reached free men. Criminals convicted of forgery, theft, or treason could be branded, carrying on their bodies eternal proof of their crimes. Imagine losing not only your freedom but also your honor. For these men, the mark was like a civil death sentence. They lost the right to testify in court, couldn't hold public office, and were banned from the political and social life of Rome. They were called infames, men without reputation, treated as unworthy and despicable, and the abuse of this practice reached all the way to the imperial throne. The historian Suetonius reports that Caligula, known for his cruelty, ordered Roman citizens to be branded for minor offenses, a move considered excessive and an abuse of power, since this punishment was traditionally reserved for slaves and deserters. Imagine the fear of living under an emperor who could erase your honor with a single hot iron. Another group heavily affected were the deserting soldiers. Abandoning the army was seen as an unforgivable betrayal against Rome. These men were often branded on the forehead, carrying forever the stigma of dishonor. The famous Theodosian Code, compiled in 438 AD, clearly mentions the punishment for deserters, ordering them to be branded as a public warning to discourage others from committing the same crime. Thus, the mark was not just a wound, it was a silent message etched into the skin, reminding everyone that this man had failed in his duty to Rome. Even gladiators could be branded, not always as punishment, but as a sign of ownership by the lanista, the trainer responsible for them, or to identify their category inside the arenas. In this way, their very bodies became living documents, a record of property and status. Notice how stigmatization went far beyond physical pain. It was a tool of social control, a way of turning someone's identity into something irredeemable. A single letter, a mark of fire, was enough to redefine an entire life. For Rome, punishing wasn't enough. It was necessary to expose, humiliate, and remind everyone that defying order came with permanent consequences. This practice reveals the darkest face of Roman power. The human body became a canvas where the state carved its authority in a cruel and indelible way. More than just a scar, it was an eternal sentence. And now I ask you, did you ever imagine that a single mark could carry so much weight, turning a person into a living symbol of their own disgrace? If this video surprised you, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new content. Right here on the side, I left another suggestion that will impress you even more, revealing hidden secrets of ancient Rome. I'll see you in the next episode of this fascinating journey through history.